Aisha, and welcome back to my channel. I am a tarot reader and occultist, and today we are going to be looking at the compliments you get behind your back. Compliments you get when you're not around. So, disclaimer, this is a collective reading. The messages found here cannot and will not be for everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't force anything if it does not fit. I will now give you some time to choose your group or your groups. Hello, my group one, and welcome to your reading about the compliments you get behind your back. What compliments do you get when you're not around? So, today we're just going to be keeping it simple and using our Rider Waite Tarot, no Oracle deck, very chill, very relaxed. And you have the Ace of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. How interesting. So, let's see, Spirit. What compliments do my group one get when they're not around? What compliments do my group one get when they're not around? What compliments does my group one get when they're not around? Seven of Pentacles. Very studious. Very disciplined. Very disciplined. You put in effort into the things you do. You don't skimp. You don't skip. You don't cheat your way through things. Very, very, very disciplined, very careful, very, very conscious of the right and wrong things to do, the right and wrong ways to carry yourself. And you tend to carry yourself very well. I think a lot of people compliment the way that you carry yourself. For my group one, please. And the Ace of Cups, and we had it in reverse at the bottom. Ace of Cups. One, please. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, that's a lovely energy that we're seeing come out here. I'm hearing do all things with love. When you put your mind to something, people know that you'll achieve it. And you do everything with love. In The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, let me see if I remember this correctly. Okay, I won't get the quote directly, and I'm not going to try. I won't get the quote correctly, and I'm not going to try. But there is one section, I think, on work. So it's a beautiful book. I really recommend it. And in the passage on work, he says, "Work is love made." Work is love made real. Work is love made. Is my phone? Yeah, I can Google it. Actually, I have it in my notebook. Give me a second. He says, work is love made visible. Work is love made visible. And he talks about how, say, like a loaf of bread baked without love does not taste good. Garments made without love do not look good. Things done without love are not things worth doing, not things worth eating, not things worth wearing. And a lot of people, when they look at you, they say something like that about you. Everything group one does, they do with so much love. You can taste the love in their food. You can feel the love in their clothes. You can see the love in the art that they create, in their paintings. it's like you radiate this love in everything you do, and you bring so much of love into people's lives. And so when people talk about you or think about you or compliment you, it's always about how you kind of embody love. You're like this embodiment of love for people, and they cannot compliment that enough. It's always like group one moves with love, group one carries themselves with so much of love. Group one is love. Group one is love, and it makes people want to bask in your aura, bask in your energy, bask in the love that you radiate. King of Pentacles reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. People also know that you're a giver, you're kind hearted. Again, it's as if you do everything from love. They know that if they are struggling, they can come to you and you help. And not in a way of taking advantage of you or using you, but they know that if they cannot rely on anyone else, they can rely on you, my group one. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Very soft hearted, maybe easy to be taken advantage of, but because you're so soft hearted, because you're kind, because you're so kind, because your heart is so open, and you're so open with these things, and I feel like you have that mindset where you would rather love openly, you would rather give freely and be taken advantage of, instead of closing your heart off and potentially not helping people who are in help or who are in need and who are in need of help. It's as if you have this mindset that, you know, you're not taken advantage of because you gave love freely. You were doing it because you wanted to. If somebody else had what's the word, like if somebody else had malignant intentions, that's not on you. That doesn't affect you in any way, because at the end of the day, you did what you wanted to do. You gave what you wanted to give. Your conscience is clear. Your conscience is clear. So it doesn't matter to you if somebody was taking advantage of you or using you or trying to take something from you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to you, because it's not like, oh, you win at the end of the day, but it's like you're fine at the end of the day. And a lot of people admire that in you, and a lot of people like see that in you and want to be like that as well. They want to be as open, as giving, as trusting, as loving, as filled with love, because it's like you give so much of love into the world, and so you welcome so much of love into your life, and a lot of people want to be like that. And whenever they talk about you, they're just like, group one moves with love, exists as group one, is love personified. For my group one, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed is so interesting, because look at this. All upright at the top. Or is this the Seven of Pentacles? Oh, this is the 8, by the way, not the 7. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, reversed, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. And we're going lower and lower. And you may be the way that you are because you know what it's like to suffer, what it's like to struggle. I'm thinking about this tweet I saw where this woman was talking about how she did something very risky, something very potentially dangerous. She was sitting outside on her porch, and this woman, a young girl, I think, maybe in her early 20s, so a young woman, comes up to her. She's homeless, and she's just talking with the tweeter, the OP of the tweet. And the OP offers to charge her phone for her or something. And this woman follows her in. And they have this very earnest conversation. And this woman who is homeless, she bursts into tears. And she's like, you know what it's like to struggle, don't you? You've been homeless before. And OP says, yes, they have been. And I feel like it's a similar case for you, where you are so giving, so helpful, so considerate, so kind, so open, where you move with so much love, you carry yourself with so much love, you love everybody around you, and you look after the people around you because you know what it's like to suffer, you know what it's like to struggle, you know what it's like to be poor, impoverished, homeless. You know what it's like to need somebody to look at you as a human, but for everybody to look past you so they don't have to face that you're struggling, that you're breaking down, that you're homeless. You know what it's like to be disregarded by society. You know what it's like to need help and not have anybody help you. You know what it's like to suffer. You know what it's like to suffer, and because you know what it's like to suffer, you will do everything to help the people around you, whether or not they're taking advantage of you. You don't care because you know at the end of the day, like I said, your conscience is clear. You don't feel taken advantage of because you did something from love. You did something out of wanting to help someone. You did something out of being a genuinely good person, and that's something that people recognize about you, my group one, that you are genuinely a good person. And good people are hard to come by. Giving people are easy to come by. So many people donate, give charity. So many people volunteer. So many people put themselves out there as humanitarians and philanthropists, but they do it out of selfish reasons. They do it to make themselves look good. They do it for a tax break. They do it to protect their image. They do it to be popular with their fans. They do it because it's something they have to do. They do it because it's a religious obligation, a cultural obligation, a work obligation. They do it because they have to do it because it's expected of them. But you, my group one, you do it because you want. Excuse me, my group one. But my group one, you do these things because you want to. Because you wouldn't be happy being alive, being able to help people and choosing not to help people. I feel like that's hell to you. Being able to help and turning a blind eye, not wanting to help anyone anymore, going cold, getting your heart getting jaded in your chest. I feel like that's hell to you. You have this open giving spirit, and people are always recognizing that. People are always complimenting that about you. They're like, nobody is as kind as group one, nobody is as good as group one. I wish that I could be like group one. And not just I wish, people will say these things about you and they'll mirror you, they'll fashion themselves after you because they're like, Group 1 has it right. Group 1 is on the right path. Group 1 is doing the right thing. They're so helpful. They're so good. They're so kind. They're so loving. They're so lovable. They're so filled with love. They do everything with love. They can work a whole week and still volunteer over the weekend because they want to. I'm going to start doing that because that's the right thing to do. And it's beautiful, the effect that you have on people, my group one. It really, really, really is. It's really beautiful. Oh, my group one, thank you so much. I think I'm going to close your reading here. If you would like to book a reading with me, my group one, I think I'm going to close your reading here. My group one, I think I'm going to close your reading here. If you would like to book a reading with me, become one of my 18 plus patrons, or just follow me on social media. The links to do so are all down below. Alright, bye. Hello, my group 2, and welcome to your reading about the compliments you get behind your back. What good things are people saying about you when you are not around? So today we're just going to be keeping it very simple using only the Rider-Waite Tarot. Alright, do you want to see the back? So let's see, what compliments does my group 2 get when they are not around, please, Spirit? Death. Do we have some Scorpio placements in our group? For my group 2, please, Spirit, what compliments does my group 2 get when they're not around? The word chameleon pops into mind. 4 of Pentacles. You're always changing. You're always doing something new with your look. Always doing something new with your hair, with your makeup, with your clothes. Chameleon in the way of you never look the same. Whenever people see you, you look different. Maybe you change your hair a lot, you're always getting different kind of nails done, your outfits are always different styles. Maybe a lot of people expect you to stick to an aesthetic and you're just like, what? No, I'm just gonna dress like me, I'm just gonna do me. You may be like big into fitness, so whenever people see you, you're more jacked, or you're a bit bigger because you're bulking, or maybe you've lost a lot of weight, and every time people see you, you're losing more weight or you're looking different, like your body is just different, like very chameleon energy. And people remark on it a lot amongst themselves, like, have you seen group 2? Group two's new hair looks so nice. Oh, did you see the nails group 2 got done? I thought that the last ones were extravagant. These are out of the world. Did you see how group 2 is looking? You see the muscles in their back? Very nice, very nice. For my group 2, what compliments to my group 2? Oh, what fell off for you? The 6 of Cups. I think this is especially from a lot of people who don't see you often or haven't seen you often. I just got Not Like Us in my head, but the line where Kendrick's like, sometimes you gotta pop out and show. So you may have like gone offline for a long while, not posted yourself. You may have like left your town for a bit. Maybe you went out to study, or you were on some kind of exchange program. Something happened where you were not around people, where you were not showing yourself, so nobody was seeing you. And then suddenly you started posting yourself again, you started coming around town again, you started going out. Maybe you spent like a year indoors because of like depression, or because you were like, I'm just gonna work on myself. I'm just gonna work on myself for now, and then when I'm ready, I'm going to reintroduce myself to society. And so that's what you did. You hid yourself and then you reintroduced yourself to society. And when you did, everybody was like, oh, okay, like what happened here, right? Like maybe when people last saw you, you were very skinny, or you were very fat, or you were just like very scrawny, or you were just kind of average. Or when people last saw you, you were like, you just had a very boring sense of style, just jeans and t-shirts. You didn't really do anything with your hair. And now suddenly you're around, you're like, you just glowed up. You like glowed up 100%, and everybody is acknowledging it, like, look at group 2. What happened to group 2? Who is group 2? Oh, group 2 is looking gorgeous. Oh, where did group 2 get those shoes? Have you seen group 2's new hair? Don't they always have such nice hair? Oh, did you see group 2's new glasses? Don't those glasses suit them? Did you see group 2's new outfit? Did you see group 2's body? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just compliments upon compliments about your appearance. It's like, whenever you dress, like maybe you wear an outfit that's a bit out there, people will say like, that outfit's very interesting. It would only suit group 2. It would only suit someone like group 2. That's what people think. It's like, group 2's style, group 2's fashion, unique. Now Beyoncé, alien superstar, unique. That's what you are, alien superstar. But yeah, it's just like people like, they just compliment you all the time, and they just hype you up amongst themselves. Like, group 2, group 2 is that girl. Group 2 is such an it boy. Group 2, I need to get like group 2. Look at how group 2's changed. Look at how fit group 2 got. Like, just complimenting you. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands for my group 2. The Tower, yes. The progress that you've made, the way that you've changed. You look so different from how they remember. You look so different from the version of you that they knew. You've changed so much. You look so much better. And it's not just about like, because of how your body may have changed or your face may have changed. It's not just that. It's that you've become more confident. You've become more comfortable in your skin. You've become more comfortable being you, and people recognize that. 10 of Wands reversed. It's like you're not carrying around this extra weight anymore, in the sense that you're not carrying around this insecurity anymore, where people can tell that your confidence isn't faked anymore, where people can tell that this is you being authentic. You're not copying other people's styles, you're not dressing how other people want you to dress, you're not faking your confidence. You are you, and you are being authentically yourself, and people recognize that, and they cannot get enough of it. They always talk about your confidence, they always compliment your confidence, they compliment your style, yes, they compliment the way you carry yourself, yes, but they compliment your confidence most of all. They compliment your bravery, almost, to take that step and change, because going from dressing how everybody is dressing to experimenting with your style and being openly yourself. I'm picturing like pink and purple wigs, especially zebra printed wigs. That's like scene kind of aesthetic, like emo scene. So like the scene aesthetic, where they'd have like not aesthetic really, like subculture, where they have like leopard print highlights in the hair, things like that. Maybe you also dress in a scene fashion, in a emo fashion, or like a cyber goth fashion for some of you. Like, you're taking risks. You take risks with your fashion, you take risks with how you dress. You took a big risk in changing something about your body, and people compliment that. It's like, group 2 is committed. Group 2 is committed to themselves, and that is something that people admire about you and compliment about you. They're like, two group 2 is my icon. I feel like that's what people say. Okay, something dropped in our kitchen. Hope it didn't make a mess. I'll clean it up after this video. But where was I? Yeah, like, they just compliment you. They compliment the way you carry yourself, the change that you've made. Because not everybody can just make a change. Not everybody can just make a big change about themselves, about the way they carry themselves, about the way they dress, about the way they look. It takes a lot of strength and bravery to do that. And you did that. And people love to see it. And they compliment you all the time behind your back. They'll look at your pictures and they'll look at group 2. Like, if you've changed a lot physically, they're comparing your before and afters. Look at how group 2 used to dress and look at how they dress now. Isn't that exciting? Look at how group 2 used to look and look at how they look now. Isn't that amazing? Like, people, I don't know, they just admire you. Like, they literally just admire you. Like, I have no words for how people feel about you, my group 2. They literally just admire you. They can't get enough of you. You have so many like people hyping you up behind the scenes, like rooting for you. Like, group 2, what an icon. Group 2 is amazing. Like, it's so fun, and it's so amazing to hear that you have like a little, I wouldn't say fan base, but maybe kind of, but you have these people who are so like shamelessly supporting you, who are so open about supporting you, who just want to see you continue to be this amazing bright star that you are, to keep shining like the star that you are. My group 2, you have so many more supporters than you could ever imagine. So many people hyping you up and rooting for you behind the scenes. Alright, my group 2, I'm going to close your reading here. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader. If you would like to book a reading with me, become one of my 18 plus patrons, or just follow me on social media. The links to do so are all down below. Alright, bye. Hello, my group 3, and welcome to your reading about the compliments you get behind your back. What compliments, what nice things are people saying when you are not around? So today we are keeping it super simple and just using our Rider-Waite tarot. And what do we have there? The Lovers at the bottom, the Lovers reversed. So let's see, what compliments do my group 3 get behind their back? The High Priestess reversed. What compliments do my group 3 get behind their back? The Spirit. The World reversed. Okay. What compliments do my group 3 get behind their back? Please, Spirit. Three of Cups. Okay. I kind of want to say life of the party energy, but with these two reversals, I don't think that's the case. It's more like you bring out the best in other people. You bring out the best in other people. It's not like, oh, the party starts once group 3 gets here. No, it's more like, I'm going to repeat myself, but like, yes, you bring out the people, you bring out the best in other people. If I could give an example, I would say, like, just say somebody is very quiet, very shy, very reserved. They don't really talk to people, they don't really hold conversations. They they just don't talk. They just don't talk, and maybe it's because they feel like what they have to say doesn't really matter, or maybe they feel like nobody's really listening. In a group conversation, you would ask that person a question, or you would make sure to talk to that person, not like to put them on the spot, but you would make sure to make that person feel included in the conversation, included at this event, wanted at a party, invited. If you see everybody is getting asked about their Halloween costumes, for example, except for this one person, you would go ahead and ask them, oh, what about you? And not like calling them out like, oh, what are you going for? What are you going for on Halloween? That sentence doesn't sound right. What are you going as? What are you going as? Not like, hey, what about you, John? What are you going as for Halloween? You wouldn't do that. You just like you'd be very natural about it, like, oh, like maybe talking, like you'd just slide up to them and just like have a casual conversation, man, what about you, what are you going for as Halloween? You just make people feel so welcome. You make people feel like they're welcomed into situations and environments, like they're wanted there. You make people feel as if they can be themselves. Maybe you become friends with someone who is very quiet and reserved, for example, and you've only ever known them as like very funny, very easy to talk to, very witty with a quick sense of humor. And then when you meet like their other friends and their family, they're like, they're only like this when you're around. When you're not around, or before they met you, they were very reserved. They didn't speak unless they were spoken to. You bring out the best in people. I'm also thinking of like, okay, say somebody is like has very bad depression, and they just lay in their bed the whole day. Once you meet this person, you you get them to get out of their bed, to be active, to do things, to live their life. I feel like it's because you have this energy of being gently encouraging, of we're doing this together. It's not like you're forcing people to do things. You're not forcing people to talk. You're not forcing people to be active. You're not forcing people to be funny. You're not forcing people to engage with the conversation. You are opening yourself up and engaging with them. You're treating them as equals, not as somebody to be pushed into talking. You're treating them as an equal. You're treating them as somebody you really want to talk to and do these things with. And it's not an act, it's something that you really want to do. You feel like you seem like somebody who makes a lot of friends and is easy to get along with, and you make people feel like, how do I say this in a way that doesn't make it sound like you're manipulative, because you're not. That's not the case. And it's not how people see you. When they compliment you, it's like, when I had no one, I had group 3. When nobody saw me, group 3 saw me. When I felt invisible, group 3 saw me. I think that's the thing. You see people, like you really see people. In a room full of people, you will recognize the one person who feels left out, and you will make them feel included. In a room full of people, you will see the one person who feels like they have no friends, and you will go and make sure you become that person's friend. So in a way, yes, light of the party, not like a party animal jumping on the tables kind of way, but you make everybody in a room feel as if they belong in that room. And so in many ways, people feel like, oh, a party is not a party without group 1. A dinner is not group 1, group 3. A party is not a party without group 3. A dinner is not a dinner without group 3. A night out is not a night out without group 3, because you're kind of like the glue that holds everything together. Four of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, Four of Pentacles reversed. You're like the glue that holds everything together. You're the glue that holds your friendship together. You're the glue that holds the nights out together. You're a crucial member of your family, a crucial member of your friend group, a crucial member of this committee, that committee, this organization, that organization. Seven of Cups reversed. People don't want to do things without you there. For my group 3, please. For my group 3. The Nine of Wands reversed. So many reversals. And what's at the bottom of the deck? I suddenly feel called to check. We have the Hanged Man. How interesting. And then the Emperor underneath him. But yes, my group 3, it's just like you are very nurturing, very giving. You recognize when somebody needs that extra special bit of attention and you go and give it to them. Is that here on the... Okay, no, it's on my phone screen. Not on... I thought it was on here. Anyway, you make people feel cared for. You make people feel looked after. You have a very... You're charismatic and you're nurturing, and people always say these things about you. People always say, like, yeah, it's like your aura. People always say that group 3 is aura. Group 3 is just amazing to be around. You can't beat group 3 in making somebody feel welcome. Oh, you know, they'll also compliment you in ways like, did you see how group 3 made X laugh? I've never heard X laugh before. X only laughs when group 3 is around. Only group 3 can get X to laugh, and I'm saying X in lieu of a person's name. But only group 3 can do that. Only group 3 can make people open up, because that's what you do. You make people open up because you're so open. You make people do more because you're willing to do it with them. It's not like you're telling someone, hey, you really should go out for walks every day. You're saying, hey, tomorrow I want to go to this place and I really want you to walk with me there. Or let's take a walk and go here, go there, go there. Or hey, why not go to the... Hey, let's go for a picnic. I really want to go for a picnic with you. Let's go for a picnic and spend the day out. Or when you're at a party, you know, it's like people... like you understand people so well, and you get people to open up to you. And the person who never talks at a party, when you're around, they'll talk. They'll talk to you, they'll talk to other people, they open up, and people always acknowledge that and compliment that. Like you get people to open up because you're so good at reading people. You're so good at reading people, you're so good at making people feel welcome, you're so good at making people feel safe, you're so good at making people feel understood, you're so good at making people feel as if they belong. And in some cases, people may have felt like outsiders in an area for so long until you came around and made them feel welcome, made them feel as if they belong, made them feel as if they are wanted, as if, you know, as if their presence is wanted and desired. And people just, I feel like a lot of people just feel as if they wouldn't be who they are now without you, without something you did in the past, or they feel as if they owe you some kind of, like, they just owe you something major, even though you obviously never feel as if anybody owes you, because you're doing this because it's just who you are as a person. You're just open, you're just kind, it's not even a kindness thing, it's just your aura, you know. And I feel like that's a big thing that people always compliment. Group 3's aura. Like, group 3 is so, like, I can just be myself around group 3. Group 3 brings out the best in me. Group 3 brings out the best in everyone. Even like if you're a leader of some kind of committee, people want to work twice as hard when you're leading because you're working twice as hard. You're never asking anything of anyone that you won't do. You're not telling someone, hey, why don't you talk at parties? You're actually going and talking to that person. Hey, why don't you ever speak up in board meetings? you're actually engaging that person first, because you recognize, oh, this isn't somebody who's just going to speak first. They need to be encouraged. um, you're not just saying, oh, why don't you go out more, why don't you go for walks, it's not good to just lay in your bed the whole day. You're actually taking the initiative and inviting that person out, like, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that. Oh, you don't want to do that, you don't feel up for that, okay, well, let's do this other thing. Oh, just come to my house and we'll cook together. You are always meeting people where they're at, and people admire that about you. You never ask for more than you're willing to give, and you're always willing to meet people where they're at, and people admire that about you. All right, my group 3. So my group 3, I'm going to close your reading here. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader. If you would like to book a reading with me or become one of my 18 plus patrons, or just follow me on social media, the links to do so are all down below. All right, bye.